Hey folks, want to come on here and shoot a quick solo episode. This one's going to build on yesterday. We discussed building Fluxium AI or Dot AI in Australia. That said, I'm super excited to talk about this topic. I'm not sure if it's an issue for other founders out there. However, I think it could bring a tremendous amount of value. It's part of the journey where I'm at now. So let's get into it. Finding a co-founder is less about, quote, where, end quote, and more about fit, trust, and complementary skills. You're basically choosing a long-term business partner, so it's worth being deliberate. Here's how to approach it in a practical way, or in a practical no-fluff way. Number one, get clear on what you actually need. Most people start by looking for, quote, someone smart, end quote. That's too vague. Ask yourself, what skills am I missing? E.g. tech, sales, product ops. What stage am I at? Idea, MVP, early traction. Do I need a builder, a seller, or a strategist? Example, non-technical founder, look for a technical co-founder. Technical founder often needs someone strong in sales / go-to-market. Number two, look in the right places. High signal environments, startup communities, best starting point, startup grind, Sydney chapter, Techstar events, or Techstars, plural events, Y Combinator, co-founder matching platform, online platforms, co-founders lab, indie hackers, LinkedIn, underrated if used intentionally. Local meetups in Sydney, search for, quote, startup meetup Sydney, end quote, founders meetup NSW, end quote, hackathon Sydney, end quote. These are gold because you can observe how people think and act, not just what they say. Number three, don't, quote, date, end quote, build together first. Mistake, committing too early. Instead, do a 2 to 4 week project together. Build a quick MVP or test idea, see how they handle stress, ambiguity, disagreements, deadlines. Chemistry under pressure is greater than good conversation over coffee. Number four, screen for traits that actually matter. This is on ChatGPT, by the way. Beyond skills, look for bias toward action. Do they ship or just talk? Reliability, do they follow through? Low ego, can they be wrong without drama? Aligned ambition, lifestyle biz versus unicorn mindset, mismatch kills teams. Number five, have the uncomfortable conversations early before committing. Talk about equity split, time commitment, full-time versus part-time, risk tolerance, exit expectations. If this feels awkward now, it will be worse later. Number six, red flags to avoid, quote, idea guys, end quote, with no execution. People jumping between ideas every month, misaligned availability, you're full-time, they're, quote, nights and weekends, end quote, over-promising skills. Seven, a simple outreach message that works. You don't need anything fancy, quote, hey, I'm working on, this is a bracket, I think, problem, end bracket, and validating an idea in bracket space, end bracket. I'm looking for someone strong in bracket skill, end bracket, not, and then there's a full stop or period, not pitching / just exploring, full stop or period. Want to jam for 20 minutes, and that's without the UTES, that's just MINS, abbreviated question mark, end quote. Short, honest, low pressure. If you want, I can help you narrow this down. Tell me what your idea is or space, skill set, what you're missing, and I'll help you define the exact co-founder you should target and where you can find. Let's go over to gemini.google.com. It states, finding a co-founder is less like hiring an employee and more like entering a marriage, with the added stress of a bank account that starts at zero. Since you'll likely spend more time with this person than your own family, you need a strategy that balances technical alignment with interpersonal chemistry. Here is a breakdown of how to find your, quote, business better half, end quote. Number one, the, quote, complementary skills, end quote, audit. Don't look for a mirror image of yourself. If you are a visionary / salesperson, the, quote, hustler, end quote, you probably need a builder, the, quote, hacker, end quote, or an operations expert, the, quote, hound, end quote. You are the visionary, you likely need the CTO. Why? To turn the, quote, big idea, end quote, into a functional product. You are the engineer, need the CEO slash growth why to handle sales, fundraising, and customer discovery. You are the domain expert. You'll likely need the generalist why to build the infrastructure while you provide the industry secrets. Number two, where to look, the hunting grounds. The best co-founders are usually 1 degree of separation away. Your immediate network, former colleagues are the quote gold standard, end quote, because you already know their work ethic under pressure. Founder platforms, Y Combinator co-matching, currently the most effective quote dating site, end quote, for founders. Indie Hackers, great for finding bootstrapped, product-focused partners. Industry events and hackathons, look for the people who stay late, ask the smartest questions, and actually finish what they start. LinkedIn deep dives, search for people who regularly or who recently, left quote head of X, end quote, roles at successful startups in your niche. Number three, the quote trial period, end quote. Don't commit too fast. Never sign a founder's agreement after one coffee before making it official. Run a 2 to 4 week sprint together, build a landing page, conduct 10 customer interviews, co-write a pitch deck. The goal, you want to see how they handle disagreement, stress, and the word quote no, end quote. Number four, the hard conversations. Before you incorporate, you must be aligned on these quote deal breakers, end quote. Equity split. Many experts suggest a 50-50 or near equal split to ensure both parties are equally, quote, all in, end quote. Vesting, always use a vesting schedule, usually 4 years with a 1 year cliff. This protects the company if one person leaves early. Commitment level, is this a, quote, quit your job tomorrow, end quote, situation, or a, quote, nights and weekends, end quote, project for now, question mark? What's up with the question mark? Exit strategy. Are you building a lifestyle business or a billion-dollar unicorn? Pro tip, if you find someone you like, use the quote trial project, end quote, method. It's better to find your incompatible after 14 days than after 14 months of legal headaches. Fascinating. Claude.ai. Here are some of the best ways to find a co-founder. Online platforms, Y Combinator co-founder match. That's cofoundermatch.com. Probably the best reputable, free, and used by thousands of serious builders. Co-founders lab, large network filtered by skills / location / industry. Indie hackers, great for technical / bootstrap founders. LinkedIn, search for people with complementary skills in your space. Communities and events, startup events and hackathons. Meeting someone under pressure reveals how they work. Meetup.com, local founders / startup groups. Angel list talent, often used by people actively looking to join early stage startups. Founder Slack communities, e.g. Online Genius Founders Network. Warm networks, former colleagues or classmates are often the best co-founders. You already know their work ethic. Ask investors and advisors or mentors for introductions. University entrepreneurship programs, especially if you're near a tech hub. What to look for complementary skills if you're technical, find someone commercial, and vice versa. Aligned values and risk tolerance, someone you'd trust in a difficult conversation. Past evidence of execution, not just ideas. Before committing, do a quote trial project. This is third time it's popped up, end quote, together before signing anything. Have a direct conversation about equity, roles, and what success looks like. Use a co-founder agreement. A lawyer can help or use templates from Clerky / Stripe Atlas. There's a number of other things that I could add, but I'll maybe stop there because that's a lot of information. Coming up on 10 minutes. Let's just... one sec. So the reason why I am bringing this up, and I briefly talked about it at the start, is currently in this process, and you'd expect it to be very, very easy. And don't get me wrong, I've done projects in the past where it's just, you find someone, you start working together, and it's pretty straightforward. But for me personally, I'd like to maybe stick at this for quite a while. So we'll see how the first maybe year goes and beyond in order for it to get any traction. So as it's stated over on ChatGPT, we're looking you're basically choosing a long-term business partner, so it's worth being deliberate. Therefore, why not make a podcast on it and just explain a few things or a few ways or methods about how I am going about it. I am finding that, to be fully transparent, that the Y Combinator, this is the second time I mentioned that I did the startup school in 2024, 23, 2024, and that was excellent. Y Combinator, cofoundermatch.com, probably the most reputable, free, and used by thousands of serious builders, has been great so far. Positive interactions coming out of there, and even through friends, and I think yeah. So it's great. There's a lot going on. I wanted to talk about this super important topic. Let me just get into this. Why have a co-founder? Short answer, you don't need a co-founder, but the right one can dramatically increase your odds of building something real faster. The wrong one does the opposite. Here's the honest breakdown. Why people choose to have a co-founder. Number one, complementary skills, the biggest reason. Number two, speed. You move way faster. Number three, psychological resilience. This is underrated. Startups are uncertain, stressful, full of setbacks. A good co-founder keeps you accountable, challenges your thinking, stops you from quitting on bad days. This is why many solo founders stall. Not a lack of skill, but a lack of momentum plus pressure. Number four, investors often prefer teams. Many VCs like Y Combinator historically favor teams over solo founders. Reason, less key person risk, shows you can work with others. Not mandatory, but it helps. Five, better decisions if done right. A strong co-founder calls out bad ideas, adds perspectives, prevents tunnel vision. But this only works if they're honest and low ego. The flip side, why not to have one? This is where people mess up. Number one, wrong co-founder equals the biggest startup killer. Misaligned goals, unequal effort, trust issues. This destroys companies faster than bad ideas. Number two, slower decisions if misaligned. You're constantly debating. You lose speed, you lose clarity. Number three, equity dilution. You're giving away ownership, control. You can build and validate solo. This is a real cost. So should you get one, use this simple filter. You probably should get a co-founder if you're missing a crucial skill, especially technical or sales. You feel stuck or slow executing. You want to build something ambitious, venture scale. You might not need one if you can build plus sell yourself. You already move fast alone. You're validating an idea early stage. Many great founders start solo, then bring someone in later. The real takeaway, don't get a co-founder because, quote, startups need two people, end quote, quote, investors like teams, end quote. Get one only if they make the company meaningfully stronger. Let's go to the last point. If there's one big thing that matters more than anything else, work together before you commit. No chemistry, no resumes, not how smart they sound, actually work. Why this is everything. Most co-founder relationships fail because people choose based on good conversations, shared excitement, impressive backgrounds. None of those predict what happens when things break, deadlines slip, money is tight, you disagree. The only reliable signal is how you operate together under pressure. What, quote, working together, end quote, should look like before any equity split. Do a real test run, build a small MVP, run a 2 to 4 week sprint. Try to get actual users, ship something messy but real. You're not testing the idea, you're testing each other. What to watch for, this is golden. During the trial, pay attention to, do they actually execute or just talk? Do they follow through with being chased? How do they handle disagreement? Do they take ownership or make excuses? Are they low ego when things go wrong? These matter 10x more than skill. The uncomfortable truth, a mediocre idea plus great co-founder relationship often succeeds. A great idea plus wrong co-founder almost always fails. Simple rule to remember. Don't, quote, find, end quote, a co-founder. Earn one through shared work. Wow, that's really great words of wisdom from ChatGPT, and I think I'll take it into the next stage of building. Thanks for listening, folks, and have a wonderful rest of your day. By the way, feel free to leave a review on any of the platforms if you're getting listening.